Hey guys, Coach Brandon Krause here. Cool one today. Gonna go over one of the go-to defenses of the jab. That would be the parry, all right? Now in fencing, when your opponent tries to stab you with their foil, with their sword, you can wrap your sword around it and deflect it away. This move is called the parry, right? And that is kind of the origin of where boxing got this technique as well and why we call it the parry. So stay tuned. All right, so I got one of my good amateurs, Joyce Anderson, here to help us demonstrate first off what the parry is. So Joy, what I want you to do is I want you to try to hit me with a jab. I want you to try to pull it, and I do want you to try to hit me with it. So go ahead and do it. Come on, you can do better than that. Hit me hard, fast. Come on, man. Come on. Right here. All right, there. So this technique that I'm demonstrating is the parry, right? And what you saw is Joey in slow motion is trying to hit me with the jab. And all I do is deflect it away so his jab doesn't end up hitting me. I'm not stopping his energy. I'm not trying to do this. Throw that same jab at me. I'm not trying to catch it. And there is a technique where you catch a jab, but that's not what I'm doing right here. I'm moving his energy. So even though Joey is taller and probably stronger and faster than me, all that power can just be moved off to the side where it's not going to hit me. So let me show you what needs to be done. This jab would hit me in this position, but if I could just move it over, man, 1.5 inches, now that shot's going to miss me. And maybe you go, okay, right? So that shot doesn't miss you by moving 1.5 inches. But if I were to do this and move it 2 feet, well, obviously that's way better, right? Because 2 feet away from me is a lot further away than 1.5 inches. But no, that is not the truth in boxing, because what has happened is when I do that, I'm horribly out of position defensive-wise. And he can come with a left hook and easily score on me. Also, when I parry in that economic way, I can get my own counter shot off very easily. But if I overdo it, no counter. Yeah, I'm getting hit and no counter is coming, right? So let me show you the mechanics of that. It's all going to start with a good elbow tuck. Elbow tuck, what does an elbow tuck have to do with this? Well, that elbow tuck is the lever point that you work that parry off of, right? Also notice that my hands are open because I want to catch this shot in my palms. I don't want to knock it away from my fist. So imagine a screw and lock my elbow into place, and now my elbow cannot move, and he throws that jab at me, and that's the movement necessary. I don't want to end up flaring out like this because that's also going to open me up for a wicked body shot, and that's the last thing that I want to absorb, all right? So one thing that I often have people do in the gym is just kind of go back and forth with the jab. So Joe, you throw the jab at me, a few seconds later I'm going to throw the jab at you, and we're going to use the parry. So you would pick any amount of rounds to do this in, typically 2-3 rounds. Maybe you're asking this, well, Coach, that right hand that you're parrying with is so much further away with the left. Wouldn't it be smarter and faster to use my front hand to do this, throw the jab, and knock it away? I mean, it's closer, right? Well, the answer is no, right? Because if I defend with my lead hand, I'm wide open for the straight right. But if I use my rear hand, and he throws a straight right, I'm still in position to defend, right? So that's the reason why typically you don't do cross body defending. I wouldn't say always, because there's no always and there's no never in boxing. All right, how about this? What if my guy isn't a conventional fighter? What if my guy is a southpaw? So Joey will show him, I'm going to pretend I'm a left-handed fighter. And watch now, Joey will defend this shot with his lead hand. The same fundamentals are true, though. He's trying to use economy of effort. He's trying to do as little as possible to not get hit, so he doesn't end up out of position, and so he's in the best position to throw a counter. So I want you to parry that jab and throw your own jab. And you see, because he stayed in position, he gets off a good counter shot that way, all right? I'll give you one more kind of visual with my gloves off so you can see that I am really doing this with my palms. So throw that jab at me. And I want to control that jab. I don't want to do this. I don't just want to knock it away. I want to have that control for when I want to end up countering, when I want to scoop that thing away and get other shots off. And that's all going to come via that control of my palm. So turn on any boxing match. In the first 15, 20 seconds, you're going to see people defending jabs with the technique of the parry, all right? It is the go-to methodology of defending the jab, right? Now, of course, you want to have a variety of ways to do this, right? But it's all going to kind of bridge off of that parry. Elbows in, open hands, catch it in your palm, moving only as much as necessary to not get hit. And, like I like to say, like and subscribe.